Guys, I know I use the word woke revolutionary a lot, but the reason why is because a lot of these people out here on the left, they really do believe they are revolutionaries, right? They want to basically destroy the foundations of our country. There's no doubt in my mind that's what they want. That's what some of them want. They want to tear it down and rebuild it from the ground up. That's what they want, okay? And this one super woke TikTok from this revolutionary that I came across, she basically comes out and says exactly that, right? She says that because there are white people in this country who own multiple properties, right? And black people that are homeless and indigenous people that are homeless, there could never be black liberation or so-called black liberation, and indigenous people can't get the land that she thinks rightfully belongs to them, right? And because of that, right, they have to tear down the country, right? The United States as we know it, the country that we know and love, needs to cease to exist. And she's going to explain this on her TikTok. Take a look.
So earlier this week, I made a post saying that it doesn't sit right with me that there are white people who own property, multiple properties at that, in the United States of America, while black and indigenous people are experiencing homelessness. And I want to expand on that, especially for my new followers who are white, who followed me because of my anti-racist content. I'm glad that you're listening to me, but I really want to make sure that you're hearing what I'm saying. There will never be black liberation or indigenous sovereignty as long as the United States of America exists. If you want black folks around the globe and in this country liberated, if you want indigenous folks to be able to have sovereignty over the lands that they're indigenous to, then the United States of America needs to cease to exist. And I don't know if y'all are ready for that. I don't know if that's what y'all signed up for. I'm not sure if anti-racist work is just something you do to lessen the inconvenience of racism in your life, but I hope you're ready for this. It's not for the weak.
I told y'all they was woke revolutionaries, right? She sounds dead serious, right? She sounds dead serious. She said it's not for the weak. So let's break down some of her nonsense here. First of all, she talks about being upset that white people in this country own multiple properties while black people and indigenous people are homeless. Well, first and foremost, I got to say, there are plenty of black people in this country that own multiple properties as well, right? I mean, there's nothing stopping black people from owning as many properties as they want, okay? As long as they work hard and make the sacrifices needed to build up their own real estate empire, which I highly recommend people do, right? If you want to get into investing, why not real estate, right? Own something, right? I recommend everybody own something, and every black person in this country can own something if they want to, right? They can go get an FHA loan, right? Even if you got a lower credit score, there's all types of help out there to get black people access to real estate, right? And home ownership. So I don't really know what she's talking about here, right? I really don't know what she's talking about. Also on top of that, are there not white homeless people, right? She talked about, oh, well, there's black homeless people and indigenous homeless people on the street. And I'm like, well, there are also white people that's homeless as well, right? I'm pretty sure there's more homeless white people in this country than any other demographic. Okay? Now, I didn't check that before I made the video, so, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I believe that off the top of my head, just doing, the basic numbers on the white overall population versus everybody else. Okay? And then she talks about how, she's disturbed by this. And she wants to basically proclaim that, if you really are about this anti-racist life, right? The anti-racist movement, you got to be about real liberation, right? The only way that black people and indigenous people will be liberated, right, is for the United States to cease to exist. Essentially, she wants to tear down the country, right? That's what she's saying. She may be calling for a civil war. I don't know, right? But that's what it sounds like she's saying. And I wonder, does this person know that the so-called indigenous people that she vouches for so much, these were the same people that tried to keep black people enslaved, right? Matter of fact, they were one of the last people that wanted to let the slaves go. Again, I've talked about this a ton, right? The woke revolutionaries always seem to forget that part of history about the so-called indigenous people, the politically correct term for Native Americans, whatever you want to call them, owning slaves. Right? Owning slaves. Right? They pretend like that didn't happen. Right? When it in fact did. Okay? It did. Native Americans own black slaves. So I find it fascinating how she's so concerned about indigenous people and black liberation at the same time, as if both of those two go together, right? When I don't think they go together if you actually knew anything about history, because the Native Americans were not for black liberation. Matter of fact, they were against it. They liked their black slaves, okay? Also, on top of that, you want to talk about black liberation, nothing's stopping you from being liberated, right? That's the thing that kills me about these woke revolutionaries. If they want to be liberated, all they have to do is get a boat or get a plane ticket to Africa, right? Liberate yourself and go to Liberia, right? That's supposed to be the place, right? For the ex-slaves, right? The slaves, the people that was released that didn't really, want to stay in the United States. Liberia, bro. Go to Liberia. Matter of fact, go to any part of Africa, right? Renounce your U.S. citizenship. Go to Africa, right? And you can be as liberated as you want and live around as many black people, right, / African people, whatever you want to call it, as you want, right? All this stuff is available to you. But instead of doing that, instead of putting your money where your mouth is, you rather sit on the internet and speak this woke nonsense that's only going to serve to divide this country, when this is not needed at all. You literally could just go to Africa if you want to be liberated. But oh no, they don't want to do that. You know why they don't want to do that? Because they know their life would not be nearly as good as it is right now in the United States. This same person sitting in her nice air-conditioned house, probably with her running water, right? Eating nice food every day, nice clothes. Yeah, she's real comfortable calling for the destruction of everything that she is benefiting from, right? She's real cool with that, sitting on her high horse doing that, but she won't take her butt to Africa and liberate herself, right? She's basically saying that she's a slave right now, but nobody's holding her back from leaving. And that's what kills me about these people. They want to destroy the United States rather than just leave. And they're never going to destroy it. They're never going to bring down the country, right? So I really don't understand what they're waiting for. I really don't. Unless they actually really like living in the United States. They actually really like being American. They just like talking junk on the internet, right? They just like acting like they're about that life on the internet rather than actually being about that life. This is what it kind of sounds like to me. This is what it kind of sounds like to me. Because what she's saying makes absolutely no sense. If black people want to own property, you can own as many properties as you want. Hey, I'm not saying it's easy, but you got to put in a hard work and sacrifice to do it. Black people can own whatever they want, right? They can invest in whatever they want. Nothing stopping them from doing that. Nothing stopping any homeless black person from not being homeless. They can get a job. There's plenty of jobs available right now. Now, I can't speak for Native Americans and indigenous people in terms of what they want, but all I'm saying is that I don't think that black liberation and indigenous people being liberated go hand to hand. I don't think they go hand to hand, just based off history. But don't get me twisted. I ain't got no hard feelings for my Native American homies. I know some people are Native Americans that probably watch my channel. I ain't got no hard feelings for Native Americans. I'm just, going over history, man, and the facts. I ain't got no beef with Native Americans, okay? Hey, we all in this together, right? We all in this together. We all Americans. So I would recommend that this person open up a history book and try again. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.